What if New York had been designed by Antoni Gaudí? What if one of the most powerful cities in history had been imagined by one of the most unconventional architects who ever lived? Before we imagine the impossible, let's understand the real. New York. Founded in 1624 as a Dutch settlement called New Amsterdam, it would later become one of the most influential cities on Earth. But the version of New York we recognize today, the towering Manhattan skyline, was shaped mainly in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It was the age of industry, steel frames, elevators, economic expansion. The famous Commissioner's Plan of 1811 imposed the rigid grid system across Manhattan, a rational, mathematical layout designed for efficiency and growth. Straight lines, right angles, repetition. New York became a monument to ambition. Skyscrapers like the Empire State Building, completed in 1931, symbolized speed, power, and competition. Architecture here was vertical, bold, and unapologetically industrial. The city was not designed to be poetic. It was designed to win. Now, enter Antoni Gaudí. Born in 1852 in Catalonia, Spain, Gaudí became one of the most radical architects of the modern era. While the world embraced industrial precision, Gaudí rejected the straight line. He believed nature was the greatest engineer. He studied trees, bones, mountains, shells. To him, buildings should not look constructed, they should look grown. His masterpiece, the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, begun in 1882 and still under construction today, rises like a stone forest. Columns branch like trees. Light filters through stained glass like sunlight through leaves. Gaudí didn't design buildings, he designed living forms. So now imagine this. Take the most structured city in the world and redesign it through the mind of a man who refused structure. What happens? Manhattan without the grid. Instead of straight avenues cutting across the island like graph paper, streets curve gently, following the natural coastline. Blocks are irregular, intersections organic. The skyline is no longer a competition of rectangular towers. It becomes a landscape. Skyscrapers spiral upward like seashells. Balconies ripple like waves. Facades are covered in colorful mosaics that reflect the sun differently at every hour. The Empire State Building no longer rises like a needle of steel. In Gaudí's version, it twists. Terraces cascade downward like layered cliffs. Greenery grows along its surface. Stone textures replace smooth glass. It feels ancient and futuristic at the same time. Now imagine Times Square. Today, it's a digital explosion. LED screens, flashing advertisements, constant movement. In a Gaudí-designed New York, Times Square would not overwhelm you with light. It would immerse you in form. Sculptural columns bending like branches. Mosaic floors forming abstract patterns. Structures that feel handcrafted, not mass-produced. Instead of commercial brightness, there is artistic intensity. And Wall Street? Currently defined by rigid facades and financial symbolism. In Gaudí's world, the stock exchange might resemble a cathedral, vaulted ceilings, filtered light, columns that branch like stone trees. Finance would still exist, but its architecture would feel symbolic, almost spiritual, because Gaudí infused meaning into structure. Now ask yourself something deeper. Would New York still feel like the capital of ambition, or would it feel like the capital of imagination? The real New York reflects industrial confidence. It tells the world, we build higher, faster, stronger. A Gaudí New York would tell a different story. We build beautifully. We build organically. We build with emotion. Would that change the people who live there? Cities shape behavior. Straight lines encourage speed. Curves invite pause. Glass reflects detachment. Texture invites touch. If your environment feels alive, do you live differently inside it? Perhaps ambition would soften. Perhaps creativity would rise. Perhaps capitalism would feel less mechanical. Or perhaps nothing would change at all. Maybe power doesn't depend on angles. Maybe influence doesn't depend on steel. But there's one thing certain. The skyline would no longer look like a financial graph. It would look like a living organism. At sunset, instead of sunlight bouncing off mirrored towers, mosaics would shimmer. Curved silhouettes would glow. The city would feel less like a machine and more like a myth. Because that's what Gaudí did. He turned buildings into legends. And New York turned buildings into symbols of dominance. So imagine merging the two, industrial ambition and organic imagination. Would it be chaos, or would it be a masterpiece? And now the real question. Are our cities built only for efficiency, or are they meant to inspire? If New York had been designed by Antoni Gaudí, it wouldn't just look different, it would feel different. And when a city feels different, the people inside it think differently. And when people think differently, history changes. So look at your city. Look at its lines, its angles, its patterns, and ask yourself, what kind of world is it shaping? If this video made you imagine a different skyline, if it made you see architecture as philosophy, then you're beginning to see beyond what exists. For more videos like this, videos that make you see the world from a new perspective, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video so more people can gain this vision. Because sometimes, to understand the future, we have to redesign the present.